Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. I know it's been a little bit. I've really been trying to figure out how to set a lot of this stuff up that best benefits everyone. And then, of course, like many of you, I've been going through some energy shifts and fucking doozies. So, um, I'm just doing a little bit of cleansing. I did some earlier today, but I just kind of felt like I needed to refresh. So just bear with me really quick. It just, yeah. Hope everybody's been doing okay. Just a couple reminders. I do not do. Apparently, I say a lot. They just pointed that out to me. Shut the fuck. Oh my god. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I don't do reversals unless I'm told to by spirit. Remember, energy is fluid. Time is not linear. And that if I talk about the masculine and feminine, sometimes they get really specific. They'll give me genders just to help people narrow in, just because I can actually pick up on the energy of that individual or individuals really, really well. And other times it's just meant to be very general. So don't always take the cards or anything else to be male or female. I deal mostly within energies of masculine and feminine. I do an integrated approach with both the light and the dark. So you'll hear me talk about your shadow aspects. And just know that, oh, it died on me. All right, then I guess that means it's done. Um, so I just kind of, this one's going to be a general for today. I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do or what spirit wanted me to do, and they were just like, just wing it. And I was like, meh, okay, let's do this then. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to clear the space out really quick. This is some of the stuff that I usually do before I get on camera. Just wanted to, but here we are. So, all right, and I know I don't really show anything. Okay, but I feel like you really want to see the cards and stuff, in case y'all were wondering who this little fucker is. So, okay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of shuffling. Oh, really great. I don't see many people using this deck, so I just kind of wanted to spotlight it. Fuck. Spotlight the fucker. I really, really love this. It's the Starman Tarot. It's actually by an artist that worked with David Bowie for a lot of his album covers and different things like that. So I kind of just, I love this deck, and I figured once we get started, you're probably going to wonder who did this. I mean, look at these kind of images. It's beautiful. But I just really wanted to, and I brought the book just in case, because I love some of the interpretations in there, and I believe that every deck is a bit infused with its creator and their intentions. And so I always kind of want to, if spirit tells me to, I do go towards a book, like especially with the Messenger Oracle Guidebook. Uh, I don't know why I tend to read straight from there a lot. I just do. But anyways, so and if sometimes you're going to see me do a traditional card, and whatever it is that it ignites within me may not be the traditional. They're showing me visions, and I'm hearing things. I will feel and sense things. So I'm just going to give you what I'm guided as I channel. So sometimes it's real in alignment with the cards, and sometimes you're just going to be like, all right, a whole new story. So, okay. And I apologize if I mumble a little bit. All right, so let's just go ahead and I do not do reversals. Let me just remind you all again of that. Okay, I've got some cards in here that are janky. Alrighty. Okay, and I have short little baby hands. So I shuffle very weirdly. I understand that, but these vivid hands cannot grasp things the way that others can. And then I've seen some fabulous readers who they get like Las Vegas style good at at shuffling. Like I see some do this little thing where they pull like this, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. My little snoppages won't let me. So you're gonna get some awkward, but I also tend to sometimes do a spread out, and then I'll pull cards. It's just it goes with whatever it is that they're wanting me to do. A stone that I'm working really closely with right now, and I don't know why they're having me tell you this, is lepidolite. It's really good for your third eye, for balancing energies, for helping when you feel like you're under attack from negative energies. We'll put it that we sometimes call those psychic attacks, but basically sometimes the only way that negativity can get to you is through your own mind. And so I find that when the energies are high like that, or if I'm picking up on a lot of individuals in the collective that are enduring that, certain stones and crystals just really help to rein me back in when I'm dealing with other people's energies. Let's put it that way. They help me otherwise too, but I tend to be able to manage my own energies. It's just I'm dealing with a large group or collective. So, but I wanted to just highlight that for you. What in the what? We're going to get into this now. There we go. All right. Okay, I don't know why. They're just having me show this. Can it focus? Look how iridescently beautiful that is. It's actually a purple. I don't know what it is about the lighting I've got up in this room. I had it like full blast. And everything looked like a ghost. It was draining. So, okay, I'm going to do this a couple more times. Whew, I'm starting to feel the energies. Give me just a moment. Maybe let those run through me for a second. Okay, apparently I'm just going into this. I am sorry. They're showing me some weird stuff. I'm not really exactly sure what that is right now. I can tell you, first I saw an astronaut. I'm like, what? And then it was like in the spacesuit, but it's almost, oh, God. As soon as I just need to start talking. So there's like this, it's an astronaut. Like, you know, the suit they wear out in outer space, like when they're in like doing a spacewalk, you know, that big dome helmet thing and like the stuff that keeps it pressurized and blah, blah, blah. And then there's like that jumpsuit they wear when they're training at NASA and blah, blah, and that kind of stuff. Or like when they're in the ship, in the spaceship or in the shuttle or in the rocket or whatever the fuck it's called. And they're like walking around. They usually have that little jumpsuit that zips up and stuff, but it's not like the pressurized thing. It's just a full body jumpsuit. So, and what they're saying is there's this feeling of being like, woo, up here and pulling yourself down to be grounded. Somebody really needs to get grounded at this time. You know what? Okie-dokie. First two cards up, the Starman. The Starman in this tarot deck is actually the Magician. So we're gonna, it's equivalent to, they just renamed a couple of those. I'm gonna pull this one out. There we go. That looks good, huh? Isn't that freaking ass beautiful? Okay, and then we've got the Ten of Wands. That came out as well. And I'm gonna put these two up. Let's see if these will focus better. There we go. That looks really good. I don't know why my camera likes to me like this, but it doesn't like my cards usually. Okay. All right, Spirit, what we got going on here? How many cards do we need? something about, really trying to manifest something right now and taking on somewhat of, Ten of Wands is more, okay, they're saying it feels like you're having to take on a whole lot. Something feels pretty immense, like there's a lot going on in the day-to-day, not even like day-to-day, that's wrong, they said that's wrong, in the material world, in this 3D muggle world, okay? That there's this, with the magician really does a good job of taking that which is above and that's why they were showing me the grounded. I swear to, you can't make this up, for real. Like, the cards that come out and what I feel before, you can't make that shit up. So there's really something about, I'm feeling this big time. So really about making what is meant to be within your path, what is kind of almost destined for you, something that you have really created co-created with the universe, and you're trying to manifest it and bring it down here. But there's a lot that seems to be going on within the material realm. And so it's making it actually a little bit difficult, or it has more of a feeling, because it's almost like I can look around and I'm like, well, I shouldn't feel this burden. I shouldn't feel this heavy. And it's something about the transition of that which is above, that which you're trying to manifest and conceptualize and work with spirit on, and actually putting it into play. That transition piece, there's something that feels pretty chaotic and energetic and immense about what's happening. And so it's giving this feeling of the Ten of Wands, trying to get that to come out into your day-to-day. I want to say day-to-day, I keep saying not to, because it's not like a routine. This isn't like day-to-day routine, like I get up, I brush my teeth, and I go poop, and I do this, and da-da. No, this is more like really actualizing the goals that you have. And again, they're emphasizing this is a goal. It feels like that you did prior to this life, but it's something that you recognize in this life. So let's say you had a certain something that you were meant to achieve in this lifetime, or go after a life path. And so, it's something that you co-created with the universe prior to coming within this existence. And then in this existence, you've actually hit it on the head, like you know exactly what you want to. They didn't say. Okay. Get specific. Let's see here. It's not exact. You know the essence of what you're meant to do. That energetic connection has been made. And there is an understanding that you have conceptually as a human in your human form, but you don't know exactly how that can look. So let's say, you love to pass. I'm going to give you something very generic. You love to pass the wisdom on. You love to teach, but you don't know exactly how to do that, because the tried and true, I go to college to become a teacher and I'm going to teach 5th grade science and is not living fully into what it is so you conceptually understand, you just don't know how to execute it. And that feels very burdensome, trying to figure out how to do that. Jesus, they could have helped me get to that quicker. Alrighty. Okay, when it falls like that, I'm not doing it. I don't do that. And that's a bit of my sausages here, my sausage hands. Having issues with stuff, so I love though how the camera makes it look like I don't have fat dumpy hands, but I really do. Just gonna throw that out there. All right, Spirit, what else? It's supposed to go. Princess of Wands. We're going to work on this stupid camera. I swear to God. Okay, hold on. Keep going. All right. You have an action that you're going to take that cracks open this new beginning. This card right here. Oh, shit. This card has a wand at the top. I don't know if you can see it. It's cracking open an egg. We need to kind of... There we go. You can see it. It's like it just has to be so big. Can you see that? Okay. Some type of action. And it's almost like I want to call it a baby passion. You know, this isn't like, you know, you're coming off of the Ten of Wands going into the, so it's really breaking from that feeling of this is too much for me to really implement. Conceptually, I know what it is that I need to do, and I'm trying to figure out how to hone that. You come up with something that kind of ignites a bit of a flame. There's a little bit of passion, kind of gets you like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so there's a piece of you that begins to start to take action towards that, because I mean, the fuck, you ain't got nothing else. You know what I mean? You're like, I've got to do something. And that's a bit part of what co-creation is. It's like trial and error. Let me figure this out. Or sometimes it's really just like the spirit saying, you know what, you're going to find out as you go, a little bit at a time. That's what they're saying. You're going to find out as you go, a little bit at a time. So just take the next step, because for whatever reason, they're afraid. Well, they're not afraid. They know that you will get superbly overwhelmed if you see the bigger picture, and then you'll really get stuck in immobile. So they're like, they're kind of revealing things a little bit at a time to you. And you are feeling it energetically. So it's almost like this knowing of when to go, and when to act. And so there's this idea, but it's almost like you don't want to do it like everybody else has done it. There's something that should be, okay, I'm about to cut my neck off. Okay. So you're it's really about, you've got this nudge. Perfect. This nudge to one way, and you're like, but that's not the only way that I would love. I would love, like there's just so many things that appeal to you. This person has so many things that appeal to them, which is why it feels like, fuck, I can't get this shit started. This Ten of Wands is just like, it's a very internal battle of trying to figure out how to make this happen in the real world, in this fucking existence. And so there's a nudge towards something, and you're like, there's this piece of like, but that's not the only thing. And they're like, it doesn't have to be the only thing. It's the thing that you do to get started. And so there's this nudge towards something of like, you know, you're trying to conceptualize, how can I do this that it feels authentic to me, that it feels right to me? You know, I have friends who are like, you know, there's all these people that do, all these teachers out there. We're just going to keep using that scenario. All these teachers that are out there. And, you know, I mean, it's like, but I don't want to do it like they do it. I don't want to do it in this school. I don't want to, you know, I'm not your normal kind of teacher. And I don't even think I want to teach. Here's the thing. I don't want to teach by speaking to people. I want to teach the world through an art or a craft. I want to teach, I don't know why this is coming through, empathy through movies, documentaries, through, you know, that kind of thing. And so it's almost like there's a, so it goes from your traditional, I just want to make films, to that's why there's like this whole, and I'm not saying this is this person's scenario, but they're showing me how this person comes to this kind of conclusion where it's like, I want to teach, but it's almost like but um, the medium by which I want to do that is this, but because your drive and your life path is this, it gives it a totally different spin than anybody else, you know. So Joe Schmo goes to film school and does all kinds of different movies and blah, blah, you know, whatever. But your approach really makes it very distinct on the films that you do, the way in which you craft your art, and that makes you stand out, you know. So that's just like so there's an idea that you're gonna actually take action on. It's a little nudge. It's a flickering flame. But it's something that leads you to where it is you're meant to be, is what they're saying, meant to be. The next one was the Queen of Pentacles. I love this card. I love this card. We're gonna do this so that people can really see. I tell you what. Can you see it? There we go. Look at her. Look at how she is just commanding her entire environment. Look at this this DNA strand. It's as if she has tapped into potential, the full potential, you know, beyond like 12 strands of DNA, the 24, really unlocking her full potential with this. And this card actually has so much. I mean, there's flowers blooming. There's a harvest happening. She's coming up from the ground. Like, she's literally made of like the earth. Like, her whole second half is just almost as if she has really commanded and learned to wield her craft and her magic here in this realm. And so what they're saying is that the nudge that you get, take it, because in taking that nudge, you will lead you to a place where you begin to really learn how to wield your, they keep, because I use this term, but they were saying magic, your abilities, your skills, your intuition, your gifts that you brought with you to this lifetime. And so you really begin to wield that so well, and you craft things around you, and you're able to set up your life. So this nudge, this something of the 20 million ways that you could make this concept come alive is really paramount. You have to follow it. And I know that it feels like to me when I'm in this looking at it from whoever this is, what it feels like to me is that there's so many, and they're all like, ooh, ooh, I really like this. Ooh, this would be a good way. Ooh, but there's kind of one where you're just like, there's a little bit of a burn. So a lot of them are very just, yes, they all could pan out. And yes, you're drawn to all of them. But there's one in particular that really just kind of feels like, yeah, I can do that. And so they're encouraging you to do that, because what comes next is just really beautiful. I'm feeling like there's another card. I'm sorry, guys. So where are we at right now? I am just a long reader. I'm just going to tell you. Let's see here. Too many spirit. Not looking for that. And see, okay, they're showing me how we're going back to this Princess of Wands. There's a lot to fucking say. She's what, that, okay. See this down here? This is her feet. I know you can't really tell. Did you see this? These lightning bolts on each side. Taking that nudge is what actually gets her to, she's walking her path. It's that first step on your path. it'll start to be lit up for you, which is those like I'm going to show you a little bit at a time. But you have to kind of co-create is what they keep saying. You have to get involved in this. You can't sit on your couch and expect for the universe to be like delivering you, Steven Spielberg to your freaking door so that you can, okay, and I know you know this and you're kind of like, I heard somebody roll their eyes. The fuck? And so I'm like, all right, Caddy, let's talk. But I understand what you're talking. No, not doing that. I understand what you're talking about. If I don't feel a card, it's not happening. I'm not picking it up. But basically what it is that you are in a space where you can, things will begin to, I know that it all feels right. I know that it all is like, these are all wonderful. There's that flame. You got to follow it. It's going to start lighting up your path. And then it gives you the ability to really wield your magic. Like you've kind of gotten all the knowledge that you can up to this point without the embodiment process. The embodiment process is when you actually take the actions and reprogram your being to be in alignment with your truth and your path. So, okay, let me focus. One more, Spirit. One more, and then we'll... Or for fake. All right. What do we... Okay. Okay, give me a minute, guys. All right, just a couple things. All right. They're showing me, okay, we're going with this one first because it fell. I feel like this is the most important one. And then there's kind of like, yeah. So there is a piece in this, and it may be, I'm just going to do this big boy. Can you see? Can you see? So in this, I don't know if you can see it or not. See that circle of DNA strand? Some people call it, like, they talk about the Fibonacci swirl, and things like that. But this is the DNA strand. You see it in a perfect circle. I feel like there's something significant about it being, it's like things coming full circle for you. Really igniting abilities you have felt that you've had and have never really been able to express. And the Four of Pentacles traditionally is a kind of like a bit of a reserve. Like, I've really built up this knowledge and I'm not necessarily going to just let it out there. I've really worked hard to get to where I'm at, whether it's understanding within myself or understanding in a craft, that there's this stinginess almost that happens where you're kind of holding back too. You've built up so much wealth of energy and information that it's really meant to be shared. And I feel like there's a reservation within you where it's like, one, and I don't like to use this term, but it's the one that's coming to mind, is like, I just don't want to dull out this where it's not, oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I understand. I don't want to dull this out. I don't want to give out this, my energy, my energetic exchange just to anything. And so that's where the hesitancy is in taking that first step with the Princess of Wands, where you crack that egg open and you get the little flame that you've got going. And so there's a piece of you that doesn't want to. But what Spirit is showing me is, and I don't know if you all see this, right? Okay, so this is this is reminding me of a pentagram. However, the pentagram has always been said to be also like the Solomon's seal that was concealed, basically. Like if you were to pick, like this is the two-dimensional version of what Solomon's seal would look like if it were to lay down. You know what I mean? If you were to pick it up, the sixth one is hidden. It's on the backside, or it's on the, you know. So if you look at a six-pointed star from one angle, one of the points are always hidden behind it. You know, when you get one that's in 3D, and so supposedly they hid. You know, like this is also a pentagram is no more than the 2D version of what the Solomon seal looks like. So that's actually important. Both the pentagram and Solomon seal are really about protection. They're pointing out the fact that you are completely protected in this effort, that they're going to be guiding you. And if you're paying attention to the nudges and you're following the nudges and not just the jibber jabber that you're going to be hearing from other people, then you're actually going to be completely protected and it will not be a waste of time. That you're actually going to have help. They keep saying you have help on the other side. Okay. And that it's really a matter of making a decision. The next card is the Two of Wands. Okay. So you really have to just decide, but not an intellectual decision. This is not intellectually. This is when you finally feel it in here. You have to get to that place and you need to quiet. There's either you're going to or you're not. There's either stepping into the life path and purpose that you're meant to, or there's not. Because really it feels like at this point, even though the options and ways that you can implement your conceptualized ideas or notion of what it is that you're meant to do, while that's very heavy, it's going to get you to a place where it's going to be an either or situation where you either do it or you don't. Okay. And they really want you to know that you are protected during this. And that's the reason why they're showing these two. It's almost like a split face. There's this note, it's either yes or it's no. And generally, I don't like either or situations, but you're almost putting yourself in a place with that level of confusion, with the understanding how immense this is for you and for others, that you're kind of you risk getting to that place of stalemate. Okay. Maybe I should have done the Two of Wands because it still makes sense this way too. All right. So we're going to get a little bit of clarification from Spirit on this. Like, really, what is it that they want to tell you within this particular situation? And then we're going to get a messenger oracle and we'll be done with this one. Okay. What can help you to take that step? To really feel ready to do that? Because it's not just an intellectual understanding of this. You have to be ready. You have to be like, So what is it that they're... All right, now. We ain't taking 20. Oh, you're shitting me. Career transition. So this definitely is a bit of a this is really clarifying what this is. I mean, it is going to be a big career transition. Your life, oh my God, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. I'm not kidding you. It's exactly what it says. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Oh, Archangel Shamuel. Okay. Yeah, right. Let's, okay. So, you cannot make this shit up, I swear to God. Okay. Any more clarity that you all, you know what? None of this feels right. You know what I'm going to do? Not to make this like light, but like I just feel the need. Okay. Kind of was feeling like it was sticky. There we go. Anything else to clarify? So, all right. Huh. Oh my God. Okay. Remember who you are. Bitch, please. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. This path is like the core of who you are, okay? Of who you were always meant, I don't want to say meant to be, who you came here to be. Who you are when you peel back all the layers of all the bullshit from all the time that you've spent doing things you shouldn't be doing or taking on other people's programming or living through traumas. I mean, you really are just living. This is like, fuck that. Remember who you are. You got this shit is what I'm hearing. You've got this. You've got a fucking team that's huge behind you. I mean, like if you're willing to be open and receptive, then the messages are going to come through. You're going to know when. And it's like, it feels like once you remember what a badass you really are, just how powerful you really are, this is not going to be, it's not a problem. It's not going to be a problem. It's like, that's what you need to step forward. Know that your life purpose is triggering. This is like a blessed career change. This is a blessed change that's happening. And in order to get that gumption, you know, because you got it all up here, but just shit, if this triggered exactly what I needed, bitch, I'd be like a millionaire. Okay, let's just say. All right, so it's really about understanding. Okay, they corrected me. Oh, it's not understand. It's remembering who you are. Okay. All right. Compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. I feel like there's just like remember I kept telling you that the Ten of Wands was more of a feeling. Like you can look around in your life and it's really not that complicated. It's really not that drastic. It's not that, you know, there's like all kinds of shit. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's change. And that can feel so fucking immense. And options. Fuck. When you've got something, you're like, okay, Spirit, you can totally just like narrow it down for me so I don't fuck this up. And I think that's why they're saying, just remember, you're more powerful than you remember. Okay, you know which one is that flame. You know. And when you just fucking do it, you're going to learn how to just wield, like, it's going to be a pretty big jump. It's a pretty big jump to go from Princess of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? So just don't beat yourself up. I feel like that's part of the Ten of Wands is just, I don't know. Oh my gosh, what is it? What if I make a mistake? What if I do? Chill. Remember who you are. Soften your heart. And know that it's a blessed change. Okay? Calm the fuck down. That's really what I want to say. Calm. Okay, so we're going to grab one of these. And then I think that this is kind of going to give you a good, just an overall understanding of like words of wisdom before you get to embark on this. Okay, so we're going to get this. Let's go ahead and it's been a little bit before since I've shuffle this bad boy. I know I just make a hot mess, don't I? All right. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Definitely let me know if there's anything in particular, any kind of readings. I don't do some of the samos that some people do. I am going to start doing elements. I'm not massively into um, zodiacs per se, um, but I am into the elements. And so I'll explain that on another video. I think we're going to start that. But if there's anything that you all are like, really want me to do with a reading, let me know. All right. Oh, for the love of spirit, could you please? I call, and just so that you're, I don't know why somebody said, I thought you say source. I do. It depends on the day, whether I say spirit, source, the collective consciousness, universe, God, goddess, whatever, you know. So just so that you're aware, that's kind of, one more time. Oh my God. Oh my, all right, I'm done. All right, let's get some wisdom for this. Let's see what little tidbit nugget they can give you as we part from this. I don't know if somebody's asking what deck this is, so I am going to hold this up. I can hear you. It's Raven Falan. It's a messenger oracle. Hey, for real? This is a lot. We're not doing that. Well, there we go. Let go of the old. Peacock. This is number 22. You shitting me? For the love of God. All right. Let's see what they say. I love reading this one from the book. I just feel like it's pretty infused with the intent. These cards are really infused, so I just, you know, if they give me a message, then I'll tell you, but they usually let me just read from the book. Are you holding on to beliefs and notions that no longer serve you? Are you blocking your own growth? Are you blocking your own growth and forward momentum because you fear to end a chapter in your life? It is time to release all that you hold on to that no longer serves. It is time to say goodbye to all that no longer has a place or purpose in your life. It's time to have an emotional or physical spring clean. It's time to let go of the past so you can be open to what the future may bring. I feel like this has a lot to do with the career change and the myriad of options that you could potentially have before you, a way that for you to express what your life purpose is. And there's that fear of moving forward because at least you know in your last one, you know you've got the skills, you've got the credentials, you've got the blah, 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 or whatever else to be able to do what you've done. And so it feels very like you want to hold on to that because this is just, and that's part of what the Ten of Wands did for you is like, when you've got all these options of how you can express your purpose and life path in this world, it really, it's daunting is a term that is coming to mind. It's overwhelming. And I mean, it's almost like that fear of change. At least I know when I fail with this shit back here that I've normally been doing, I know how to navigate that shit show. What if I don't go and I let myself and other people down and I don't know how to navigate that shit show? It's just like, it goes back to the, what if I choose the wrong thing? And they're like, there's one that really sparks a tiny little, there's a burn. They keep saying there's a burn. Like you kind of feel it a little bit. Like there's a part of you that goes, oh, that gets kind of turned on a little bit by it. It's not this loud, thunderous, whatever, because really that's not the only way you get to express yourself. There is a myriad of options, but you have to take that first step for all the resources and the doors that are meant to be open for you to open. And again, it is about that co-creation. So you really have to let go of the old and take that step into the new. So awesome. All right. Well, I am going to, I'll put this up on Instagram. Don't forget Water Woman Sacred Hotto. There's underscores between all of that. I was not thinking when I made that about how difficult it would be to say. Like, it's not really hard to type, but for Christ's sakes, it's like very difficult to go water underscore woman underscore. It's like, oh, well, okay. So you can find me on Instagram. Definitely look me up. It's a public account. So yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a fantastic day. You're going to be seeing me soon. Peace out.